Good morning, my darlings. Gosh, that did not want to go in. I've had my ears pierced for more than 20 years and I feel like I just had to re-pierce my ear. I am not meant to wear these earrings today. That's so weird. I just cannot get that. Can't get it in, and then I can't get the back on the earring. It is one of those mornings. It is a Monday morning. Yes, if you watched to the end of last vlog, I'm wearing the same dress that I wore yesterday, which was Sunday. It was a really lovely day and I loved wearing this dress so much, and I thought instead of putting on my leggings and a big jumper today, I'm just going to keep the dress on. The colour makes me feel very optimistic. It has been somewhat of a stressful morning just with the cottage. Obviously we want to get guests in there as soon as possible. Every single day we're getting messages, how can I book, how can I book? And we're just a little bit, we don't want to say a date until we know for sure. In our heads, we're hoping end of June, early July, we can have guests in, but we're having to chase literally everybody from the bathroom to the kitchen to the painting. It's all being quite slow. So yeah, we are just apprehensive to say an exact date that we can have people actually stay there, but I'm really hoping July is going to be realistic, just as long as everyone sticks to the dates that they've told us now. Fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed. So yeah, just a stressful morning chasing all the various parties involved. I have got a facial and a massage at the Shepherd's Hut with Sally later, so I'm not going to bother doing anything with my hair today. And I just received a delivery, a little box from Charlotte Tilbury. This is their new, I think it's called Love is in the Air collection. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. This like blush pink shade. We've got some of their refillable lipsticks, some of their matte Revolution lipsticks, and I think this is a new launch. This is called their Tinted Love Lip and Cheek Tint in, I think, 6 different shades. So I have unboxed my favorites here, and I've chosen my 3 favorites of the Tinted Love. We thought we could go back to some old school beauty swatches, and I'm going to show you the shades of these. So Santa Euphoria. Ooh, oh, they're really quite glossy. I thought they were going to be more of a full-on colour, but actually, as you can see, really glossy. I think they're going to be very comfortable to wear. So that's Santa Euphoria, just like a typical brownie nude. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see the colour on these swatches because it is quite sheer. This is Petal Pink. That's a really pretty pink shade. Blushed Rose. Really not sure how good this is going to be. I think I'm going to put Blushed Rose on. Okay, I've just put on Blushed Rose and I feel like it's the exact same colour as my natural lip colour. I'm going to pop a little bit of Petal Pink on, maybe we'll be able to see. Oh, that is so pretty. It's literally a tint. So do you remember back in the day, Benefit, Benny Tint? It's giving me those kind of vibes. I feel like these 3 are very much the ones that I will be reaching for time and time again. And then something else from this collection, I have always loved the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette, and they've released 2 new ones. This one is the Pretty Blushed Beauty 5-minute face on the go. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? I hope that's focusing. So we've got 3 different eye shades, bronzer, highlight, a powder, and a cheek shade. Literally everything you need to pop in your handbag. And then this one is called Glowing Beauty. Beautiful powders. Look at that. You've got these gorgeous 3 colours at the top. Again, bronze, powder, highlight, blush. I would say I slightly prefer this one, which is Pretty Blushed, just slightly lighter shades, but side by side, 2 absolutely gorgeous new palettes. I think I've had every single one of these Instant Look in a palettes from Charlotte Tilbury and I just adore them. I feel like that lighting is a little bit better to show you the lip colour. I've just put on the actual lipstick shade. So this is Mrs. Kisses. I felt like because I've got a very natural makeup look today, I'm not wearing much base, just a little bit of concealer. I thought that a natural colour would suit this look rather than a tint. So gorgeous new collection from Charlotte Tilbury.
Okay, so if we picture that that is 300,
okay,
so then it's another 70 centimetres, so it's going to go up to about just beyond that thing. So it's pretty perfect. And then, what did I say?
400.
400. So if you imagine, do it from the, because we don't want it to be any closer to the far than this, that's the only thing. So if you do, yeah, so then if you look, that's 300, and then it then Is that there? Right. Hang on. So if I put my foot there.
Yeah, that's great.
And so I'm telling you, we will. I know it's not antique, but we know it's good quality, and we will not find one that big for any less than that.
So Charlie and I have just got to Great Chew, and we're surprise heading into Quince & Clover to grab something for lunch. I feel like you guys could probably play Cotswold bingo with Charlie and I.
Yeah.
Probably not safe to do a drinking game.
Creatures of habit, aren't we?
Literally, Soho Farmhouse, Quince & Clover, Strawtop Cottage.
Soon to be Double Red Duke quite a bit.
Soon to be Double Red Duke, yeah. But the interesting thing is the cottage next to Quince & Clover, what we love about Great Chew. Oh yeah, the pub, Falcon Arms.
This is the pub that there's rumours that David Beckham has bought.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Yeah, which actually would make sense if you think that they're just doing a massive renovation.
So maybe we'll spot Bex. Add that to the bingo board. So yeah, this is the pub, the Falcon Arms, and it looks like they are getting it re-thatched. And I've never actually seen a re-thatching in progress. I think they use reed to do the thatching. Let's go and have a look. So this is what they actually use. It's literally like, looks like the wheat in the fields that we had outside the house last summer.
Wow.
That's awesome. And then eventually it'll start to look like this. I love this cottage. Such a sweet little village. And when you guys come to stay at Strawtop Cottage, it's only 5 minutes away, maybe 10. Goodness me, can you hear that wind? Oh my gosh, it is seriously blusterous outside today, but I'm taking my lunch break. I say in inverted commas because I don't usually take a lunch break, but I've just had the most delicious bowl of, I think it was celeriac and bacon soup. It was absolutely scrumptious. And I have bought the soup pot as well as some tomato punnets and my coffee cup. I think I'm going to start trying to use my reusable cups again. For quite a long time over COVID, a lot of places said no to reusable cups, but I think we probably will be allowed to use them again now. But anyway, I thought I would reuse my coffee cup to plant some bits and bobs. So I'm planning on planting out for the month of May my butternut squash. I have got some courgettes and also some pumpkin. When we had Charlie's cousin Elliot and his wife Kelly over yesterday, they said that they planted just a couple of courgette seeds early last summer and they had courgettes coming out of their ears. They had so many. They were giving them away to absolutely everyone that would take them. So I love the idea of being able to make lots of lovely things with courgette over the summer. So I'm going to get these planted, listen to a podcast while I do so, and then I'm going to go inside and get cracking with all the work that I have been putting off doing this Monday morning. I have just come downstairs to hang out with my boys for 10 or 20 minutes or so before I have to head to the shepherd's hut for my facial and massage with Sally later. I've really been spoiling myself when it comes to these treatments lately. Come on, Dexy, there's enough room for big boys too. Dexy always has to be invited onto the sofa, whereas Dickie will just find his own way up. Come on, Dexy. Come on, big boy. So after my little session of gardening, the most blusterous gardening I have ever done, honestly the winds are so strong, I'm actually worried for a lot of the plants, like not the anemones, I planted some anemones, the alliums are blowing away and I feel like they're going to snap. I think because we have such rolling fields down to our garden, the wind just picks up speed on the fields and it makes it very blusterous in our garden. But we got some anemones planted and I planted some seeds of some dill. I got my butternuts, courgettes and pumpkins planted. in the greenhouse, so hopefully they will all start to do well. We have also just been doing some more work on the cottage. I think we finally have a kitchen install date at the end of May, which is very exciting indeed, and I've started to do a little bit of work on the website, so it's time to start thinking about all those kinds of things, where we're going to list it, how we're going to market it. It's all very exciting. And I used my VPN, my Surfshark, for a new stop growling at me, for a new purpose this month. I always find so many different ways to use it, and I was basically switching around the countries so that I could see what websites came up highest in search results. So for example, I think that potentially quite a lot of our customers for Straw Top in the future might be from America or from Europe, so I was using my Surfshark VPN to change my computer's country and then typing in luxury Cotswolds accommodation to see what kind of websites came up on Google, which was very interesting and great for us to know where we want to advertise the cottage. So as you may have guessed, this part of the video is in partnership with Surfshark. I love them, I use them so much. It is a VPN, which is a virtual private network, and really easy to download. Could not be easier to use. Literally, you have it on your desktop or an app on your phone, just click it, scroll through hundreds of countries, and you can change the location that your laptop or device thinks that it's in. So whether you are trying to access American Netflix, or whether you want to research your SEO terms from a different country, for example, it's really, really easy to do that. Literally a couple of clicks to change the country of your laptop or tablet or mobile. There are so many uses. I have gone through so many in my various chats about Surfshark. It also increases your security on the internet, adds an extra layer of security. I do have my discount code, which will be linked in the description box down below, and also you can find it on the screen here. That will give you 83% off and 3 months extra for free, so it makes it so incredibly affordable. Whether you want to do a little bit of shopping, you want to check out what some different websites have on offer from different countries, I would say the best use really is Netflix, whether you want to catch up with something that's no longer available in your home country, or maybe you are on holiday and you want to continue watching a series which is available in your home country. There are so many uses for it, and I personally think it is amazing. That's why I love to work with them so much. So yeah, do check it out if you haven't already. I know so many of you already have. It'll be in the description box down below. Now, although I don't have much makeup on today, oh, Holly Willoughby was wearing this dress, by the way, on this morning. And if you don't have this morning, it's a great little breakfast show. You can use your Surfshark VPN to watch that. It looks great on her. It doesn't look so good on me today when I haven't done anything with my hair and I've got minimal makeup on. But I'm going to go and take my makeup off so that Sally can get straight stuck in with the facial. But before I do that, we have a little bit of the, sorry little boy, we have a little bit of the Snicky Gervais donut left over, which I'm pretty sure if I don't eat now, I'll come home from my massage and it'll be gone. So I think I will treat myself to half of the Snicky Gervais. My darlings, gosh, I have got a lot of dust on my camera lens. Last night's facial and massage, what have I done? Last night's treatments with Sally were just absolutely heavenly. I was, as usual, just in a zombie state upon getting home, so it didn't fill you in on anything. And today I have just another day working from home and getting lots of bits and bobs done. I have a lot of post to unbox, so we're probably going to have a trip to the recycling centre as well. But very excitingly for us, we have got the chats from Nicholson's back again, our favourite guys. Ryan, Steve and Harry are all here, gang's back together again. Charlie is in his element, he just loves chatting to them, and they're currently going around discussing phase, I would say 1.5, well, no, phase 2 of the garden. So the boarding is back down so that they can get all of their equipment over. They're basically going to be using a turf stripper and laying turf I'll show you out one of the other windows in a minute, and you can see we've got a few new trees. We've got a new trough here as well. So Nicholson's actually also have a company called Rosara that make these lovely containers, and we are putting a magnolia tree, which is the one you can see stood up over there here. So we'll be able to see some beautiful magnolia flowers out of this window. It's in bud at the moment, so it's going to look really spectacular in a week or so. And over here from the bedroom window, actually, you can't see anything because our car is parked in the way, but it's become a bit of a running joke that Charlie and I keep saying we're going to do the rose beds and we never get around to doing it. I think secretly we're both a little bit nervous to create an entire flower bed ourselves, so we've asked the Nicholson's chaps if they'll do that as well. So all along this back wall is going to be a new flower bed, and behind our car is a huge selection of flowers, a mixture of ones which Charlie and I have purchased and ones which Nicholson's have brought along. Wow, my dahlias are honestly growing about 5 inches every single day. Some of them are still not showing any signs of life, but quite a few more of them are actually starting to sprout now, so I need to give these a good water. But over here we can see the other work that they're doing. I think they're adding a little bit more mulch. It looks like they have watered the herbaceous border, but over here is where they're adding some turf. I think potentially we're getting a new fruit tree as well. I think we're getting a summer flowering cherry. I think the others are winter flowering cherries. So this area of the garden is what is going to be getting the biggest transformation today. Okay, deep breaths are needed today. Today is just one of those days where every single possible thing that could go wrong is going wrong. I feel like we all just have those days, and it's literally nothing serious, nothing that I can really complain about, but you know when just every single thing is going wrong in that particular day. So first of all, Charlie didn't feel very well this morning, so he had a little lie-in, and while I was in the shower, the chaps from Nicholson's arrived at the time that they were meant to arrive, but obviously Charlie would normally have got the door, but he was in bed, so they were literally just like hanging around for half an hour while I got out of the shower. During my shower, there was also a leak, and it just happened to be the day that I was using my purple shampoo. So we now have a trickle of lilac coloured watermarks going down the wall in the pantry and a damp patch on the wall, which is fantastic. We've also found out that we're not going to be getting the primer that we need today for the cottage, so Andrew the decorator is there twiddling his thumbs. Then I got a text saying that all the kitchen appliances were arriving today, which is 2 days earlier than they were meant to be arriving, so there's no one there to open the cottage to accept that delivery, so they've just left about £2,000 worth of kitchen appliances on the front door porch, and it's pouring with rain, so that's ideal. All my technology is failing in my 11 AM Zoom call and my 12 midday phone call. Technology, absolute failure. So I just looked really, really unprofessional, and now I'm making coffees for all the guys that are here. The beans have just run out and my milk machine has just exploded everywhere. And add on to that, because Charlie's not feeling very well, he's got man flu, so he's a little bit grumpy. It's just one of those days. Oh, I think I need to put some CBD drops in my coffee. I mean, look at this mess. Look. Oh. What an absolute mess. What we need is a reset button and a few things to feel grateful for instead of feeling stressed. And one such thing has just arrived, this gorgeous little picnic hamper from Atelier Cologne. How sweet is this? I mean, here I am complaining about showering leaks and appliances getting soggy when I have so many things to be very, very grateful for. That noise was the chair, by the way. This lovely delivery has arrived, and it looks like a homemade lemonade. Literally, when life gives you lemons, that's what I need to think about this morning. This looks like a proper gnarly Sicilian lemon. Charlie's going to absolutely love this. And in the hamper we've got another lemon. This one's looking a little bit sad though. I'm sure we can cut that little frosty bit off, and some San Pellegrino, this lovely bubbly jug and a stirrer, sugar and vanilla, so I'm guessing that's all you need in order to make a lemonade, and of course this gorgeous ceramic squeezer, and this is to celebrate Lemon Island. That sounds absolutely gorgeous. Love the hamper. That's going to be perfect for our little picnics. Let's have a little look at this. That is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this is the mood booster that I needed today. That is so uplifting. Cologne Absolute Lemon Island from Atelier Cologne. Honestly, that is such a lifter. A lifter? A mood lifter? Can't even talk today. Okay, just come out to get some fresh air, and the chaps are on their lunch break, so I think I'm going to just quickly give you a little progress update. So as you can see, this area has been very much tidied, and I think they've been using their contraptions to get this soil ready, or ground ready, I should say, for turfing later on. And you may notice a little addition. I think in the last vlog you may have seen part of this being transported across the lawn. So this is our new shed, which Charlie is taking charge of course. He has already stacked some logs down here. I think we'll probably put some hooks on the wall there, put some of our rakes and things like that. I've actually not even been up to this yet. It's part of the crane, I think it's a National Trust collection. We've put some of the flagstones down here as well. Ooh la la. Oh, how cute. I see my Pandora box has found a spot in here. Do you know what? This is actually gorgeous. This could be a summer house. It's almost too nice to be a shed. Looks like Charlie's got his kindling. Little window. It won't be long until I won't be coming in here anymore because it'll be full of spiders, I'm sure. Has he found a use for this? No, but I'm sure he will. I need to sort out my composting bins, which are going to go in these troughs which have been made locally. But we thought this was the perfect location for a shed. Really beautiful quality actually. Just looks quite sweet, nestled in here amongst the willow tree. And it's going to look great when this area is all turfed over. Timing could not have been more perfect. This has just arrived. I didn't realise Charlie had ordered this from the Oak and Rope Company. We've got a few things from the Oak and Rope Company. The big sign that says our house name outside, and also you may remember our lovely welly boot rack. So these are rather the hooks for inside the shed, which Charlie has just proudly told me is going to be a very pretty, attractive shed on the inside. He's not going to let it get messy, which I don't find too hard to believe. Gardens are not made by singing "Oh How Beautiful" and Sitting in the Shade by Rudyard Kipling. So this is going to be a great place to hang all of our tools and look wonderful inside the new shed. There's all our new turf, and look, the cherry blossom tree is full of buds. This is going to be spectacular in a week or so. This whole tree, do you remember last year? Covered in these beautiful blossoms. These are the plants that I couldn't show you earlier because the car was in the way. All going to be going in along here. And this wisteria is finally starting to show some leaf. So this should look rather spectacular soon. We've got a new jasmine over there ready to go in. And another thing that arrived today is the finishing piece of the jigsaw here in the gym. This is our brand new weight rack, and it is just the most incredible quality. I'm not sure what this, I don't know if it's steel or aluminium, not too sure. And then this incredible oak shelving for our dumbbells and the Eleiko, what are they called, kettlebells. So this was made for us by the guys at Paragon. They've come here before to do some shoots here in the gym for Christie's magazine, which was really fun. And as a thank you for letting them use the space, they created this weight rack for us, which is so incredible. It's definitely a bespoke piece. They went into so much detail creating CAD/CAM drawings of this room, taking so many measurements from the size of our biggest kettlebell to our smallest weights so that everything fits absolutely perfectly. As you can see, there's this section in the middle which the weights slot on. They weighed up loads of different options, whether you wanted to have a lip here, but we thought that actually be easier to just like lift and grab instead of having to lift something over. And I think visually it works really, really well. So that is just the most perfect finishing touch. Oh, hello there, my Pleg. You almost look blue in this lighting, you handsome little boy. Look at his snoot. Look at that snoot hair. Yeah, so this is our brand new weight rack, and it is the final piece of the jigsaw here in the gym. So you're happy with your new weight rack, darling?
I am, but it's both of us, isn't it?
Well,
we're going to get back in here, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm delighted with it. I mean, so it's all manufactured in the UK, which is a nice little tick.
Amazing.
So I think the brand is Discover Paragon, not Paragon, but it might be, no, it's Paragon Studios maybe, I'm not sure.
And they have Gym Marine as well, don't they?
Yeah,
which is the
Ed
yacht.
owns Gym Marine. So Ed's background is in gym design for yachts, and then he's become, sorry, I'm going to have to get Dexter. Dexter!
Your brother is always misbehaving, isn't he, little Linny? My little chickie Lin Lin.
Yeah, so basically, long story short, he set up this new brand, which is bespoke gym equipment. And they obviously shop here, so they shop in the gym.
Yeah.
But this has been designed, I need to just get it clean up, but it's been designed bespoke for us.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously discussed different wood finishes, didn't we?
Yep.
We went for this lovely oak finish, which is just stunning. And yeah, so it's bespoke. And I just love how it looks with all the dumbbells on it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
A couple more dumbbells coming.
What's the black? Is it steel or aluminium? I couldn't figure out what it was. Do you know what it is?
Where's this? This is steel, I think.
Steel, yeah.
It's solid. I mean, it is solid as a rock.
Yeah. We originally thought maybe we'd get like an antique unit, but then obviously it just wouldn't, something that we could buy wouldn't be able to support this amount of weights.
I think that's the challenge when you're designing a gym like this, because the challenge we found is there's the aesthetic element and then there is the functionality.
Yeah.
And it's all well and good making a gym look amazing, but if in a year's time everything looks rubbish because it doesn't serve a purpose.
Yeah.
So I think we've kind of done quite well with it. Right, small. But yeah, I mean, it's just fantastic. It tidies all the weights up and lifts them off the floor.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that's really makes a massive difference in here are the plants.
Yeah.
Like, without these plants in here, I think the gym would look really unfinished.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know what you. I'm done in here now. That's it, done.
Yeah.
I did think for a while a rug could look quite cool in here to make it rustic, but then I think that goes back to what I was saying. It would look good, but it wouldn't be functional.
Yeah. Like Dickie, I look good, but I'm not functional.
Oh, it's just so lovely.
What a lovely little floof. We adore you.
And then obviously should we talk through, we've got a few more bits of tech recently. We've got this Bang & Olufsen speaker.
Which is epic.
Unbelievable. I think it looks lovely in here as well.
Yeah, really suits the space.
This is a game-changing bit of tech, which is the Tabata timer that I use from Rogue Fitness.
Yeah.
Well, I bought that when we first knew we were going to have a gym. And then also, I mean, the Peloton's obviously coming into its own, and the Dyson. I mean, we've got Wi-Fi here, so it's just, yeah, it's all come together.
What
we
do you
just
think,
need some
Dixon?
guests now to go with. Dad, you see, I've been really working on my abs for summer. I'm hoping to go to Ibiza this summer.
Yes.
With my pals.
I can't wait to go clubbing. I've been really working on my bod. I've been working on my bod. Oh, well. Hello, my boon boon boon. Come on then. Come on then, Lynn.
So we are back at the cottage, and Andrew has been a very busy bee. As I mentioned, we are experiencing a bit of a hold up with the paint that we've ordered. So he has just been doing so much prep work. Initially, to be honest, we weren't going to do quite as much prep here because Andrew is such a perfectionist. We weren't going to do quite as much prep here as we did in our house, just because, you know, saving time, saving money. But because we're waiting on this very slow paint delivery, he has been doing a lot of prep, getting all the walls ready to go for as and when that arrives. So the walls now have been sanded, gaps have been filled, lights have been taken off, all the little bumps have been sanded down. I don't know if you can see outside the door here, that's all our appliances sat there. And this room has been completely prepped, all the walls have been sanded right back, ready for a smooth finish. So next on our agenda today, we need to come and have a look at some bigger samples of the carpets that we thought we liked the look of. So we've knocked off sisal. I don't think we're going to go with that for safety, but being a bit slippy on the stairs. So we're going to have a look at some nice wool options, and then hopefully we can get everything booked in.
There was the Country Living collection that we liked the look of, and I think the ones that we looked at initially were like these textured ones, a little bit more countryside-y. It's quite nice seeing the bigger textures as well, isn't it? We've spotted this rather nice herringbone design. I think that colour could be a bit more practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice, isn't it? Or chevron rather. Having seen a bigger patch of the chevron, I think actually something more textured, I mean that feels more comfortable underfoot. So this is 100% undyed wool, the Kite Clovelly Wigtown from the Country Living collection.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, I think that's the one actually, isn't it? That looks really quite like, I think that is more cottagey.
Yeah.
But now that we've made the decision on the actual carpet, we come to the accessories. So we've got some various finishes, and we're going to go for the nice antique brass and stair rods. There's a couple of different kinds, Jubilee and Home Pride. Again, we're going to go antique brass, this one down here. I think that'll look really lovely with our nice wool carpet. And from carpeting our cottage to carpeting our new lawn, we have returned home to see that some of the turf has been laid. And oh my goodness, this area, sorry about the wind, has been transformed.
You know the only problem?
What?
It just looks so perfect now compared to this lawn.
Yeah.
It won't take long for weeds to find its way in.
Gosh, that looks so good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Extra bit of croquet pitch.
Yeah. Or that'll be a nice little place to actually possibly put a chair in. Right,
Lovely jubbly.
Walk on it, walk around this way. 2 stepping stones. Because what they did say, but it would be another cost obviously, is they could dig out this area a bit like a flower bed, put metal edging round and gravel it.
No.
Not worth it, is it?
No.
So we just do 2 stepping stones.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So mate. This.
Gosh, it's like the same colour.
Yeah, it feels smaller in here than I remember actually. Go sort of, maybe quite central actually. Because you know what, this is for spades and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But higher, yeah, like in the middle of that section.
Well, the good thing is it yeah, like that. Look.
Yeah.
And then I've ordered, so I've ordered like, let me show, can I show you?
Wow. The wildflower turf is coming into flower. Look at that. Lots of little flowers coming through. Couldn't resist pulling up one of my radishes to see how big they were. And don't worry, it didn't come out the ground like this. I just took a good bite out of it just to see how it tasted. Very peppery actually, but can't believe it. This is my first bit of produce from the garden, and it tasted bloomin' good. Look at that, a proper radish. And we've got absolutely loads. I'm going to keep growing these successionally because I do love a radish. Look, you can actually see them at the bottom. There's one there. I'll wait for that to get a little bit bigger. Another little red one. Another yellow one there. Gosh, this is exciting. Eating my radish has motivated me to do a little bit more planting, and I have a feeling, that's what I wanted, some more radish seeds, perfect. I think that what's that? Sweet, interesting. I think that we've probably gone past our final frost date now, so I think I'm going to be fine to plant stuff directly in the ground, so I'm going to give that a go. A lot of these, I don't know if it's too late to plant any sweet peas now. Brussels sprouts, I can probably plant those. Asparagus seeds, I don't know if they really work from seed, but never mind. Let's do a few Brussels sprouts. Gosh, I need to have a real organise of this because I think May is pretty much the last month that you can sow stuff direct from seed. And seeds do perform best in their first year, the year that you get them. So goodness knows how I've ended up with quite so many seeds this year. Broccoli and kale from Dalesford, definitely need to plant that. So yeah, I don't want any of this to go to waste, even if it means sprinkling some of this in the wildflower meadow. I'd rather do that than have any seeds going off for future. Okay, I think I've probably got enough beans for now. I'm going to take these ones out and do a little bit of direct sowing. So I've been a busy bee, as you might have just seen, with the tool that Charlie got me for our anniversary. Very sweet. And yes, I have another radish here. This one has got a few little nibbles on it. I'm not sure if that's a mouse or something, but I'm just gonna nibble around the nibbles. It's probably really gross, but I don't really care. It's not gonna kill me. And as you can see, we have got quite a few pretty good sized radishes down here. And this is actually meant to be my row of peas, so I think these must have blown in the wind, quite literally. Oh, that's a good one. This one's literally like on the surface. And no nibbles, so I'm going to pick a few radishes to do a nice radish pasta dish for my dinner. But I have been using the tool here just to kind of pull up the weeds in between the rows, and this bed is looking a lot better. And I've done the same on this side with Charlie's herbs. So it's looking good. Just going to check the weather to see if we've got some rain coming later, and if not, I will just water down the additional radish row which I just planted. Just come in from gardening, and I'm going to make this recipe from Charlie's Mindful Chef order. And I must admit, I have got into a rather naughty habit because I get so hungry when I'm gardening. I need a little snack while I'm cooking, so I've got some onion relish and some cheese and a seeded cracker, and I'm just going to snuffle this while I cook to stop my tummy from rumbling, and it is just absolutely delicious.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know